League of Legends is a hard game. Possibly one of the hardest of all time, at least for me. You see, I come from a shooting game background, mainly FPSs, and I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty good at them, quite pro even. And that skill can usually transfer from game to game within that genre. And I say usually because some of these games have their own gimmicks, like Fortnite and building, and CS and Valorant with having the counter strafe so you can be accurate. But this isn't a shooter, not in the slightest. So when I played League for the first time, 2020, it felt like being at the bottom of the ocean. Because it's my first MOBA, camera perspective is weird, I can't move with WASD, the tutorial was too short, and I have unanswered questions. So I'm doomed. This game's been kicking my ass for as long as I can remember. And this is due to the sheer depth of the game and how hard it is to master. Like I said earlier, I started League back in 2020, and from what I can remember, it was a horrible experience. I just got out the tutorial, and I still had a million questions. So what does any normal person do? They go to YouTube, where I got even more confused. I had questions like, what's a freeze? How come their camera's not following them like mine is? What the fuck is a jungler? What do they do? Fuck it, I'll just learn by playing. And as you can guess, that didn't go too well. I got smurfed on. So I'll just play a few more games, get destroyed again, and then I'll just like, fuck it, I'm gonna just go back to playing Valorant. I can't do this. And that's what I did until 2021. Now, I don't know exactly when I came back in 2021, but I got my first skin around May. So we'll say probably like a month or so before that. Now, not much changed from 2020 to 2021. I'm still getting crushed, absolutely feeding the enemies. But I did know the answers to some of the questions I asked back in 2020, like, what's a freeze? And why is their camera not following them? And what a jungler and what do they do? I know these now. But I didn't have a mastery of none of them because, again, I'm still new. But because I'm still new and I'm still getting my ass kicked, I quit again. Stopped playing for another year. So now it's 2023. 12 days after the new year, in fact. I came back. But I'm determined this time. Actually determined this time. It's not like those previous times. So what I do is I watch all types of guides. I play all the roles, except for support. Fuck support. And overall, I'll just play a fuck ton of games. But I stopped playing again. This time it was only for a few months, though. Chill out. Chill out. It's only for a few months. So then I come back and split two. The Fury's out. Arena's out. That's what brought me back. Not in the Fury. Arena. Then they took it away. So I'm like, fuck it, bro. This time, I'm going to stay to it. I'm going to learn the game. And then that's when it really hit me. That's when I really knew this game was hard as hell. The first thing that's apparent to everybody when they start playing League is there's a boatload of champions. Now, at that time, the Fury was the newest champion. So that equals to 164 champions in the game. And as a recording of this video, it's 166 with the addition of Briar and Hui. But the problem still stands. There's so many champs in this game. And as far as we know, it's only going to increase as time goes on. Now, part of me says that this isn't a bad thing, but another part of me says it is. And that's because when you have a whole lot of champs to play, yeah, everybody should be able to find their character and what they like. But then there's also the point that some of these characters won't get played. And because of that, learning how to play against said characters is harder. I mean, I still don't know what a couple champs do because I haven't faced them in game. Yeah, I could play it on my own, but I'm not finna spend my precious blue essence on that bull. If they come into free rotation, I'll try it then. It hasn't happened yet, though. Then again, I would probably know if I didn't take as many breaks. So as long as you don't take breaks like I did, you'll know all the champs 20 times quicker than I would. And I know a couple of you motherfuckers is going to sit here and say, just go to the collection tab. I already did. It's different when you play against them. The next immediate thing I noticed when I came back this most recent time was how bad my micro and macro was. Now let's get this straight. I'm still bad, but man, it was crazy. I couldn't click to save my life. My camera was all over the place. I had low CS numbers. Everything about micro was bad. I could probably pilot a jet better than piloting my character. And obviously with my micro being abysmal, that had to mean my macro was abysmal too. And you'd be right. But I'm in low elo. So all of our macro is terrible. At the time I was an iron. I was at the bottom of the barrel. So it was pretty bad. Whether that be bots, smurfs, trollers, you name it. It was a struggle. But I've leveled up since then. I'm bronze 2. Look, it's not funny, bro. Stop laughing at me. All right? It's a big achievement for little Meeple. Meeple? Oh, God. I'm going to leave it in. Fuck it. Getting back on topic with macro, it was just like any other NA ranked game. We know how it is. We're just playing ARAM. Nobody's side laning. Objective fights are decided 50 minutes before they even spawn. You know what I'm saying? My fucking Warwick's going 1v5 under tower. The map is as dark as your soul when you miss a cannon minion. The whole thing. And after enough time of experiencing that, you'll eventually be like, all right, I really don't want to play like this anymore. So what do? You try to get better. And what do you do to get better? You open up YouTube. But I didn't get confused this time. It worked. As I said, I'm bronze 2 now. But if I was to make changes to the game, I would just add in optional tutorials. Like, why isn't there an optional tutorial with additional info on things like wave control or side laning, or maybe even a short guide on how to build situational items? All right, maybe that last one's asking for a bit too much from Riot Games, but I do think it's possible, and it would be a really big help for newer players to get into the game instead of them having to go outside the game for this information. Hell, I know if I had it, it'd help me tremendously. Because every game, I would just look up how to build what character, and I wouldn't even give a damn about situational items because I didn't know what that was. I didn't have that information. It took me like 50 videos to even find that out. All right, maybe I exaggerated a little bit there, but you understand the point. For the longest time, I would just run around with full damage. No magic resist, no armor, just straight damage. Then I would be sitting there looking stupid, wondering why I'm dying so fast. And it's because their entire team is AP and I don't have any fucking magic resist. But I'm done yapping. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. Possibly, oh my God, possibly subscribe. And for those of you that have been here, my bad on not posting for a while. This video, man, it's been all over the place, to say the least. But we're back. Hopefully these upcoming vids won't take as long to put out as this one did. And I know the quality isn't crazy on this. Just knowing what to say was the big problem. But we figured it out. Anyways, like always, have a great day.